So, Bill, thanks for doing this. I just wanted to have a casual conversation, talk about everything that's going on, everything you've been thinking about. I know you're in the middle of this crazy book tour. We should talk about that too. But I should tell you, when we put this thing up on Twitter, the one thing everybody said to me was, Bill Gates has an iPhone.
I actually use an Android phone, but because I like to keep track of everything, I'm often playing around with iPhones. But the phone I carry around happens to be Android.
So Android versus Apple. Is this a religious thing though?
Well, some of the Android manufacturers pre-install Microsoft software in a way that makes it easy for me, and they're more flexible about how the software connects up with the operating system. So that's what I've ended up getting used to. A lot of my friends have iPhones, so there's no purity.
I know purity, and I know Paul, you're working hard on an Android version of this, right?
We are. Yeah, we're so excited. Someone asked us the other day what the top feature we're excited to build is, and we said Android. Right. Yeah, it's so important, right? Especially globally.
So, Bill, have you played around on this thing?
I've had demos, but no, it's just in the last few weeks. It's come up a lot. A friend of mine was just in Steve Jobs Stories Clubhouse yesterday and telling me how much fun that was.
Well,
yeah.
Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, yeah, that was an amazing room. It was a lot of the original engineers from, the original Apple and Mac team sharing stories about it. That was a great room.
No, I'm sorry I missed it. I could have added a few stories there.
I know. I can't even imagine what that would have added to the conversation.
No, it was an amazing relationship. Steve was so unique.
Well, I want to let you and Andrew speak, Bill, but I just wanted to seriously say how excited and grateful we are to have you be part of this conversation. Like we heard it was going to happen, and the entire team was just so excited about it. I know it's gone beyond that too. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've created, for the new book, for everything that you've added to the world. It's really changed so much of what we do as startup entrepreneurs. So just really, really grateful to be in the room with you today and to have you here.
Great. And I'm learning about Clubhouse. So it's two things at one time.
Well, any questions? We're here to help. So I'll pop back down to the audience, Andrew. But if I can help with anything, just let me know.
Sure. Bill, question though for you about social media. Do you actually personally get to play around on social media a lot yourself?
When people send you links, you end up, clicking through, scrolling through quite a bit. But I tend to go to, The Economist, the New York Times, pretty directly to my favorite news sources, more than people who just are using a feed to find the stories they read.
So you don't have a burner Twitter account?
Well, I have a Twitter account that I just mess around on, and then I have my official Twitter account. And that's true on most of the services, that there's the official me, and then there's the messing around me.
Are you ever a TikTok guy? Did you see? The reason I'm asking this, I'm curious if you see, obviously right now everybody is fascinated about Clubhouse and the future of Clubhouse and what it's going to do, and Twitter's trying to do one, and Facebook's trying to do one. But I was curious if you feel like you've seen over the years, that you caught on early to that Facebook was going to be a big thing, or that TikTok was going to be a big thing.
No, I'll give my daughter more credit on TikTok. I didn't realize that there was such an unmet demand for watching people dance. But then, there was the whole divestment thing that Microsoft was at least looking at that. So I got very up to speed as part of that. I even did a few goofy videos.
Yeah, I got to go watch those.
One thing that I have to mention is in the very first version of Clubhouse, my co-founder Rohan and I, Rohan's sitting in the front row here, the whole app was a single room, and everyone followed everyone, and everyone was a speaker. and we had a little alert set up every time a new person would join, because we always wanted to make sure that the conversation got started. So I would be on the phone with Rohan. We'd be like, working, and I'd hear like a little alert sound, and I'd hang up. I'd be like, gotta go, and I'd hang up and I'd jump into the room and say, hey, how's it going? I'm Paul. How'd you hear about Clubhouse? And I always compare myself to Clippy.
Mm-hmm.
Just being there waiting for people, seeing if I can help.
So Bill, you've been in the middle of this crazy book tour. We've seen you all over 60 Minutes, everywhere. Before we even get into the book and what's going on with climate, and I want to talk pandemic and so many other things, do you actually enjoy these book tours, and especially this one in particular, because it's all virtual? I'm just curious how it's going.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't have to fly. I do